That's a good thing because the rest of us can curse.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace up the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Network. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the ASAP Wrestling Hour. We have 6 people on tonight, and to my right, we have Ray Cruz. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Glad to be here. Talk about wrestling. That's one of my passions.
And to his right, Rob Wilds. How are you doing?
Oh, just peachy there, Nasty Nate. Thanks for asking. How the hell you doing? I see you put up the Rob Wilds disclaimer at the bottom saying there's going to be some fucking cursing.
down to the bottom of Rob.
Okay, firmly underneath me.
C. How's things going on in your head?
I clean up a little bit. What's up, man?
And then to the left of him is William Morgan. How are things going on your end?
Doing good, man. Konnichiwa, I'm here. How y'all doing?
Konnichiwa.
And then Chris R.
Right.
How are things going on your side?
Going good. Glad to be here, man. Like Ray said, ready to talk some wrestling.
Yeah, I'm ready to talk some wrestling as well. We did have a list of topics that were posted by, actually it was posted by William, but then Jay reminded that you're more of a freestyle kind of guy. So I guess I'll start it off kind of doing a little bit of a mix of both, and start off with the first topic, which actually I'm about to pull it up real quick. Do you think Cody is beating primary talent, clean and on weekly shows?
What?
Cody Rhodes.
Why is Cody Rhodes beating
why
talent clean on weekly shows? Why is he beating talent like that clean?
Because he's Cody Rhodes.
But he's not supposed to be doing that, though.
Says who?
Completely different person when he swapped over to AEW.
Yeah, he's not supposed to be doing that, though.
Says who?
He's not supposed to be.
Yeah,
he's not supposed to be. In my opinion, he shouldn't be. In my opinion, he should still be. He should not be the top guy over. He shouldn't be. He should continue to take a step back. It's worked out for him in the past. He shouldn't be beating guys that clean like that. I mean, yeah, he's skilled, of course, and we all gonna respect him for that. But at the end of the day, when he decided to take that step back, maybe a year or so ago, now he's coming back and he's trying to make up time. No, it's my opinion. You should be the guy who should be the hunter. Should be the hunter, not the hunted. In my opinion, that's why I asked that question.
I think with Cody, I love Cody. I found him very underrated, actually. The only thing is his feuds. We know how they're gonna go. He's gonna lose the first match, take some time off, then he's gonna come back and get his win back. And that's the problem I have with it. It's so predictable. We all knew it was just gonna be a matter of time before he got a victory over Malachi Black.
And
plus,
that differs from the last 50 years of pro wrestling. How? That's the script, man. The good guy goes out there, he does the job, he's injured, he's gone for a while, big comeback, pay-per-view, money. It's just that's how the game works.
But every match, I mean, like every feud,
it's repetition, and it's getting old.
Yeah,
it's getting old.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's getting old. He shouldn't be in that situation where he's putting guys. If anything, how long has Cody's been in the game? Cody's been in the game for damn near ever. He needs to be the one to put some of these guys over, not taking wins from them.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't think he's there yet.
That's my issue with Cody.
I don't think Cody has reached the plateau and come over the top. You're right. Everybody. That's what me and Cass are going to start doing when we start working into the conquistadors. We're doing that so we can put these young guys over on a name team and make them look good. But we've hit our plateau. We're over that hill. Cody is not. Cody is one of the most marketable names they have there. And there's a reason. It's not wrestling has always been fucking booking by committee. It's not unless you got like the Mark show, run for marks, by marks kind of thing. But typically it's wrestling by committee. It's not me going, hey, Chris, I'm going to go.
That makes it even worse. But that explanation makes it worse because now you're booking yourself. I mean,
but that's the exact opposite of what I just said.
That's some Hulk Hogan shit.
That's the opposite of what I just said, though.
Oh man, I just feel that Cody's at that point right now. What more can Cody do? What more can he do? What more can he? No. He's not shocked. If he went out to be the world champion right now, none of us would be shocked. Because he's at that upper echelon right now. You just said it yourself in terms of marketability. He's made a name for himself. Everybody knows him. So if he went out to win the world championship right now, would nobody be shocked? All I'm saying is at some point you have to start putting the younger guys over. And that's been my only issue with Cody.
So if he went out and beat the world champion tomorrow, you'd be okay with that. But him beating the newer guys.
Didn't say I would be okay with it. I just said it would not be a shock. It would not be a shock because everybody has him in that upper echelon already. So if he wanted to be the world champion right now, would nobody here be shocked? Ray wouldn't be shocked. Chris wouldn't be shocked. The other Chris wouldn't be shocked. Nate or Ray would be shocked. All I'm saying is this. He's getting over super clean over these guys. At some point, you have to take a step back and start putting some of these younger talent over. And being where he is in that hierarchy in AEW right now as one of the top, because as one of the top guys, you're pretty much booking yourself. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
And like with that, when he feuded with Ogogo, the boxer guy, if he would have took that loss, Cody would have bounced back the next week. Nobody would have cared. Yep. We would not remember that he lost to Ogogo. Yep. We would remember Ogogo beat Cody. So it's one of those things where like he could use his platform to elevate better.
Right.
Now you do throw out a damn good point there. Because like the very reason we're going to do Conquistadors. On the indie scene, when we show up, and the gold masks and all that shit, people are just going to assume that this is the name talent and they're going to win. Mm-hmm. So when we put those kids over, it's always going to be over in everybody's heads who were there that these kids beat a WrestleMania tag team clean.
Well, that's what Cody needs. I think that's what Cody needs to start doing. I mean, I agree. I mean, the company's in the hands of these younger talent, man. They're the next generation. Let's start putting them over. And I agree, Rob. He's not there yet, but he needs to start getting there.
Right.
If we were talking Jericho,
well, that's a different story.
Chris is just looking like 10 pounds of fucking washed up. He's looking real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Cody, dude, he's still got the fucking body. He's still got the fucking Rhodes legacy behind him.
And I say, and I'm not saying he doesn't. He still has all that behind him. But at some point, when do you start to elevate? Every wrestler, if you look out throughout your history, every wrestler at some point became an elevator. At some point in their time, some point in their career. And where AEW is right now, I didn't think he needs to maybe take a little bit of a step back and start elevating people and to piggyback off what Chris said, create those mirrors for the fans. And these and if you would step back, some of these wins might take guys to other places that they might not normally get. So that's been my only issue with Cody. I like Cody. He's a fantastic talent. I just think at some point you have to step back and become an elevator. And I think Cody's at that point.
Okay, do you remember when Kidman pinned Hogan legit at WCW?
Mm-hmm.
You see how big that went and how hard that launched Kidman?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Cody is becoming Hogan right now.
Yeah.
That's how he's going to launch. Cody Rhodes did not step into AEW as this renowned, amazing wrestler. He got that after he was allowed to shine there. He's got to become Hogan before he could put over Kidman.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because see, Cody hasn't reached his prime yet. I mean, he's not over his prime yet. So basically, what he's doing is he's got AEW's 2 years old.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's got to build AEW up to a certain point to where he can start bringing him back down the way Hogan did with WWE when he got built WWE up through the 80s, through the 90s, and he started bringing down wrestlers. So Cody Rhodes needs to do the same thing. But what Cody Rhodes is doing is, if you watch him, some of his when he had the TNA title, when he lost it, I mean, he put over Darby Allin a few times. I mean, you see in some matches he has putting people over, but some of the matches it needs to be what he needs to be right now is winning right now to build that company up to a top tier standard. When they get into that top tier standard, you will see Cody start bringing back down a little bit. That's the way Dusty Rhodes did in the NWA. That's what Dusty Rhodes did, when he came in and putting up talent over in NXT, helping NXT out. And that's the way he's taking his philosophy of his dad and back in the NWA days. So I mean, if he's winning clean, he's winning clean. He's a good guy. He's not a heel.
No,
and I
he's
mean,
a face.
so I mean,
He's a
if he's
face.
playing the face, he's going to win clean. But you don't want talent to jump on him quickly and make him old real quick. But he's still, like Rob said, he's still got the body, he's still got the talent, and hit himself over right now. Build himself back up to where he can build himself back down, where it won't hurt his legacy either.
That all that is correct. And then you got to couple that with booking by committee. It's not one guy making the call. It's a bunch of people who were in power positions making these weekly decisions on what's going to happen. If they told Cody, go out there and put this kid over, Cody will go out there and put that kid over. But right now, he's the big dick swinging back there, and they want to make sure everybody knows it.
Yeah, agreed.
So moving on to the next topic, ROH has closed their doors and began to release talent. But does that talent
Have any value?
have any value?
Yeah.
They got plenty of guys. They got some good guys over there. I would love to see in other places.
Reno scum, those motherfuckers are not going to have any problem getting on somewhere else.
I don't think so either. I just hate this. I just hate them to be in that situation.
It's wrestling. Everybody's ready for that situation every day. I'll tell you what, man. A contract is a contract. A contract is a piece of paper. That's it. These promoters write you a contract for 25 shows, and they go tits up 12 shows in. Oh, yeah, I got this contract. I can roll up a big fat joint with it, and that's about it. It's worth it.
Smoke it.
Yeah, dude. All these guys. Look at dude working for Vince, man. You're done. We're terminating contract. Well, then what the fuck good is a contract if you just go, yeah, I'm not going to do it anymore.
To be honest, I feel like it's not just a wrestling problem. I think it's all over with other certain sports as well.
With the world.
Yep.
Yeah, I love listening to these guys who are out there screaming about, my amendments, my rights, the amendment. And I'm like, you know what, man? The Constitution is a contract, and no contract is ever really worth the ink that's on it, man. That's why there are so many amendments to it.
So what do you guys think? We're gonna see Jay Lethal?
I'll tell you, when we get to Tampa, we're planning on opening up a a wrestling building, and we want to get Jay to come up in there and be our champ and run a little school out of there. As far as Jay going on TV, I would imagine he could get on with TNA or AEW whenever he wanted.
Easily.
Yeah.
Especially with Impact, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where he built himself from.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's, I think he's got his little school out there, right? In Tampa?
Yep.
Okay? Yeah. We haven't seen it yet. We should probably go out there on next week and check out his camp, say hi.
Yeah, we're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Quit talking shit. Just go.
Let's go.
What about
Thinking about
Let's
it.
go.
what about the Briscoes? Where are they going?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good one.
They're falling apart, aren't they?
Didn't they win a tag team title somewhere?
I thought they did.
Yeah, because I've seen it online that they won a tag
Yeah, I
team
thought
title.
they did. Yeah.
At an indie show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a big
It
fucking.
started with a G, some kind of golden wrestling or something.
Just send Bandy Leon over here and everything else would be fine.
Yeah, I mean, belt. What's a belt? I mean, this is a prop that you have to babysit. You have to make sure it doesn't get fucking stolen. You have to make sure it's clean. So now I gotta wash my gear and my fucking gimmick.
I wonder what happened to Rhea when she lost all her stuff. I don't know what
Yeah, did she
Vince
ever
said to
retrieve
her.
it? I haven't heard anything.
I know
about that.
I hadn't heard anything about that, but I heard
Yeah,
she lost all
she
that
lost
stuff.
she lost all the tag team title. She lost her
Mhm.
tag team title and everything.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if Vince got on that ass.
Yeah,
Vince,
I'll bet he sat in his wheelchair and grumbled about it, then forgot what he was pissed about.
yeah, that's Vince for you.
What was I talking
Wait, what was I talking about?
Vince McMahon has lost his entire goddamn mind.
Fucking dementia setting in, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's crazy.
All that stuff he'd been taking, trying to get all big.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Well, that needs 108.
What did Jim Cornette? I forgot who Jim Cornette said this about. Got an IQ of 0 and a social security number 1. I forgot who Jim Cornette said that. I forgot who Jim Cornette said that about. But oh my goodness, yes, it's so true with Vince. So true.
Well, goddamn,
Some of
pal.
the storyline stuff just doesn't seem to make, even though I still watch it, it doesn't make sense.
Vince is getting way too old. He's getting too senile. He's brought in soap opera writers to write wrestling storylines. He brought in Young and the Restless soap opera writers. He's brought in All My Chosen soap opera writers. You know, what does soap opera writers know about professional wrestling?
Nothing.
And Vince
Absolutely nothing.
And Vince don't let his
career.
no, Vince don't let his talents talk about their storylines and give any inputs. I mean, look at Mandy Rose. She gave her inputs, and she's back in the NXT now as world champion.
Yep.
So I mean, you know, if you look at what Vince has done to Mandy Rose, I mean, Mandy Rose and Otis had a good storyline going, and he kayfabed that and sent her back to NXT.
Yep.
So I mean,
No idea who the fuck they are. I just don't watch it anymore. I find the television product so insulting. You know, people used to make the little joke, you know, oh, wrestling fans, they're trailer park, they're white trash.
What WWE did with The Miz? Oh my gosh. I was talking about The Miz and Damian Priest.
what they did with them.
That was disrespectful how they did Miz. Miz is a good worker. That's just disrespectful what they did here, man.
Man, Miz can go to Japan and make double the money, though.
He is he's incredible.
But
He's incredible.
What they did to Miz and that, because they had to write Miz off the show for a while because he's doing Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah. He just recently lost, so you might see him come back. But
he got eliminated.
Yeah, he did. But that was just disrespectful what they did to him, man. Golly.
That's Vince McMahon.
They
Hall of
did
Fame.
that because of his torn ACL. So I get that he had to do something, but that was just the wrong answer.
Yeah.
You guys are all aware that like them guys, like me and Chris, like we're nothing more than dancing fucking bears in somebody else's Barnum and Bailey.
Yeah, we're the puppets, man.
It doesn't matter how over you are. You can be gone immediately, like immediately.
get squashed like a bug, man.
And there have been places where me and Chris have been like the top tag team in the territory, and we've ended up pissing off promoters. So they just simply, that's it. You're done. You're done here.
Yeah,
You're not dispensable, no matter how much money we draw. You're just
Example, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Still mad.
Oh,
about
we're
Bray.
taking you out of the hall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good one. Good one.
Out
Yep.
of here. That's Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Crazy.
I did.
Man.
We did a wrestle shoot right after WrestleMania where they booed Hogan. Man, I came on wearing a Hulkamania t-shirt.
I remember that. That was funny.
Dude, I snapped out. How dare you boo Hulk Hogan ever? How fucking dare you? You poser ass, punk ass sons of bitches. That is Hulk Hogan.
Wasn't Flo Star on that show with us?
Oh my God.
Irritated about it.
There should be people that they pay to walk around the crowd, man. If somebody boos Hogan, boom!
Yep.
Knock him out.
Somebody
Knock
else
'em.
boo. You can all be silent and we'll pipe in cheers. You keep your boos to yourself, you bitch ass posers.
Oh man.
There will be cursing.
Yes, but the one at the bottom of the screen, courtesy of Nate.
That little disclaimer there.
The disclaimer, courtesy of Nate.
Yeah.
Rob Wilds is here and he's an uncouth, trashy piece of crap, so he's gonna cuss.
So we talked a little bit about WWE. There's one particular wrestler that's one I just have a quick question on, and obviously William has a quick question on her as well. Charlotte Flair is getting killed by the media for her backstage meltdown with Beckylynch. Do you think that? I'm combining basically two questions in one. First off, do you think that she's going to be going? Do you think that she should go because of what's been going on backstage and all that? I guess that's really what it should be asking.
I get where Charlotte is coming from because she thinks Bianca Belair is an amazing talent, and I get it. She wanted to put the girl over, but at some point you can only do so much. You can only fight so much. You can only say so much in someone else's defense. And for her melting down with Beckylynch backstage like that, I just don't get it. It might have been more than just Bianca Belair. It might have been something between those two ladies. I don't know. I think it was Charlotte who got escorted out of the building. So I don't know, man. She got
security or
she got escorted out the building by security. I think it's just more than just Bianca. I think it's just more than that. I mean, you got two highly competitive ladies, both champions. I just think it's more than that. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
You know how all that started, right?
Yeah.
It's all about how they wanted to transfer it over to women's SmackDown champion with the Raw champion. They all went to Vince McMahon and said, hey, we wanted to drop the title in the middle of the ring or throw it out of the ring or something like that. Vince says, no, you're going to hand it over to each other. And it just started bickering back and forth. And that's how all this all started. Vince started the whole thing.
See.
Here's a different question for you. When exactly did wrestling's fucking ball sack fall off and was replaced by a vagina? I mean, WTF? How's that? They actually escorted her out of the building for having.
Yes, sir.
What happened to the days, Chris? What happened to the days when if you had beef, you went back to the shower and you fucking just took
And you
it?
handled business.
There was no security or promoters. The only reason other wrestlers were around was so nobody got mortally wounded. What happened to that? And then it was
gone. It's gone, dude. It's been gone for a long time.
What? That's disgusting.
I feel like Vince has been causing more problems off stage than on stage.
I mean, wrestling
I believe Beckylynch would beat Charlotte's tits off, though.
I think wrestling changed a lot when the Attitude Era ended and when it started going to the PG tour.
Yeah.
When Vince decided to go to the younger crowd, that's when wrestling started tearing down.
When you start marketing to the grown-ups and you start marketing to the children, yeah.
It's always been marketed to children. Even back when we were children, it's always been you get the children to come, the dads bring them.
Yep.
It's that they blew the business so bad the dads didn't want to go anymore. They thought it was so fucking stupid.
I
Hey, I remember back in the day.
Young give birth to a hand.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when you had to get to the arenas that morning, get in front of the line so you can get your ringside tickets on the day of instead of going out and stuff. So me and my dad used to get there like the day before at like midnight. We sit in line. My dad gets some fight with everybody because we've been here forever, and these guys want to start. I literally seen my dad take a chair and hit somebody upside the head, and because somebody was trying to jump us.
Dang. Your dad was hardcore, cuz.
Like some shows we've worked on, some rowdy shits like that.
Your dad was hardcore, man.
My dad knew I loved wrestling, and he knew we got to get up there that morning to get ringside seats so I can get good seats. And if somebody tried to break in front of me, he was always the one to jump. And I remember the time Paul Jones spit on me in a Dortmund Arena match because I was yelling at the thing, and he thought I was one of the marks because they had a mark in the fans saying that he was going to be really rowdy towards them. He thought I was a mark because I was out doing the real person beside him. He was sitting beside me, and the next thing I know, I'm getting spit on. My dad's like about to jump over the guardrail, you know.
Oh my goodness.
That's why we just don't do shit like that no more, man. Too much chance of shit going wrong.
You definitely can't.
You get the wrong fan standing next to the planted fucking mark who doesn't know it's a work and he tries to really swing on you.
Yeah.
WWE should have signed your dad.
Nah, my dad wouldn't go. My dad was a fireman, you know.
That spitting stuff you definitely can't do nowadays.
Nope.
Man,
definitely can't do it.
Tell the rat story.
What you want? The nachos?
Yeah.
The one that kept spitting on me, was she like a juggalo?
Juggalo, yeah, juggalo bitch. Juggalette.
Yeah, so she was on a couple shows and she always sat at the same spot and she was always spitting on me. And I just fucking had enough, man. So she had this whole thing of fucking nachos in her hand. And later I took my fucking hand, I swatted those fucking nachos, man, and it fucking went all over her face. Cheese, everything, man. I didn't give a fuck, man.
She never spit again, though.
She never spit again, but all those juggalos stood up, and I was like, "Let's go!" Yeah. Security fucking swarmed them, though.
Yeah. Well, it's because security knew they were a bunch of bitches, and you would do some real fucking.
Yeah, and but yeah, it was a little more business back then. But yeah, shit like that doesn't really go down anymore.
Eddie Davis smacked that juggalo in the mouth.
Oh yeah.
Hugging the back of his hair, he turned around and just right in the paint. Bam!
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I never condone hitting fans, wrestlers who are watching who are new. Don't do it unless they fuck with you first. If they touch you first, game on, dude. And if anybody gets in that ring, that back better clear out, man.
Yep.
So going down to Mandy Rose, we talked about that a little bit earlier. Do you like her new gimmick?
I do.
I don't know her gimmick, so I have no answer.
Believe it or not, fellas, I've never cared for Mandy Rose. Never.
I didn't until this gimmick changed.
I just never cared for her.
I didn't like the older stuff, but now she's doing something different.
I mean, she still seems dry to me. She still just seems dry and uninspiring to me. That's what she's. I mean, yeah, she look good. Don't get me wrong. You're not going.
She's very monotone.
Yeah. She's not.
That's it. That's the problem. Like, she has no. Yeah. She's just one level when she talks, but her in-ring work's improved. Her gimmick. Yeah, I like the gimmick.
She's become a better wrestler. That is true.
Yeah, she has become a better wrestler, but I've noticed looking back at some of the older shows that she's done. I feel like her and Ricochet have the same problem, where them on the mic is not as great as them on with their talent.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. We need a manager. Oh wait, we don't have managers anymore.
You only got Paul Heyman.
Yep,
Except
that's
for Paul
it.
Heyman.
That's
That's
it.
it.
That's
That's all you
it.
got. You got Paul Heyman.
And MVP, but he's not as good.
Yeah.
Well, he's hurt too, so
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
not MVP.
Man, they need to go get Slick.
Bro, if
The
they wouldn't
Dr.
got,
Styles.
bro, if they wouldn't got Slick back, ooh,
Not in this era.
ooh-wee.
Not in this day and
Oh,
age. He ain't bringing Slick out.
Do it. I do it.
I know
That'd be
he canceled
awesome.
immediately.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
I think he's the last of his breed besides Jimmy. I think most of them are gone now.
Yeah, Mr. Fuji died about a year ago.
Well, a
2
year
years
and a
ago.
half ago. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was in Nashville. He was a movie theater ticket agent. That's what he was doing.
Real?
Yeah,
That's
what he was doing. He was in Nashville.
I think that was a big work. I don't think that was real.
No, it was true.
that real.
Fuji had fucking money. That motherfucker didn't separate with nothing.
Yeah, Mr. Fuji was sitting there doing ticket agents at a movie theater. One of my friends that lived in Nashville saying that's how she met him. Was
Yeah, he was
buying
bored,
a ticket
man.
from him.
He must have been bored.
He must have.
Yeah.
Older people, retirees.
Yeah.
He did it just to have something to do.
Yeah.
He decided he didn't want to work at Walmart, so he went to the theater.
His job after retirement.
Greeter at Walmart or Ticketmaster?
Yeah.
Fucking,
Let me see.
Man, Fuji, dude, fucking. I've gone to dinner with Fuji, and he'll get he'll pull a Macho Man. He'll get like a little salad and a little bowl of soup, and then when everybody starts getting up from their shit, he'll just start fucking shouting what you got left. And stop that, dude. You got dough, man. Eat something. Quit eating fucking leftovers. Why? You know got AIDS.
good call.
Yeah, all right, have at it.
I just think that, and Nate, that's a good point, because if you had somebody there for them, somebody who can hype them up, then yeah, Ricochet, Mandy Rose might get over on the ring talent and the looks that they have. So that's a good point.
Yeah, because
So-
I mean, managers are getting dire breed. I mean, they used to be good. They used to be good with some of the talents they got, like Paul Jones with the Barbarian and the Warlord.
Yep.
He always wanted to make you hate him. That's why I got it. He always knew how to get under my skin, coming around with the little cane, hitting the little side of the cage, and trying to interfere and trying to do all that stuff, and it got me really angry. My dad's like, "Man, you need to calm down." I said, "No, this is how you do it. This is how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to get into it, get everybody else into it." He said, "You ain't getting paid for it."
Y'all remember
Comment from YouTube.
Y'all remember Sensational Sarah with Harlem Heat? Yeah, boy.
Sherry was great all around.
Yeah.
Wrestler, manager. Sherry was fucking awesome.
She was.
Suggestion from YouTube: Sonya should be a manager.
You know what though? I was one of the first guys who really saw her as a wrestler. I know she can't really wrestle anymore because of her injury, but I loved her when she was in the ring, and she's doing okay as GM. So I got to give her props on that.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to make her more of the way Triple H used to be. Is
On
like
Monday Night
the
Raw.
last part.
Yeah,
And I don't think she's doing it as well as Triple H. It'd be this whole mean GM kind of thing. I don't think she's doing it as well as Triple H.
It's because she hasn't had a reason for it.
Mm-mm.
Like out of nowhere, she just starts hating Naomi. Like, wow.
There was no build up to that
at all. Like
none.
Naomi came back and Sonya just hated her.
Yeah, I mean this.
That's it. I'm inspired. Chris, from now on, I'm your manager.
I think you pulled it off.
I can pull it off. God damn it! I'm the new Dylan.
The dude,
There you go.
you're like a
There you
Dylan
go.
/ Paul Jones mixture.
There you go.
Hey, isn't JJ still alive or did he pass?
Yeah.
I thought he was
he's
alive
like-
still.
He was
Okay,
in AEW not too long ago.
okay. I thought he was.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
still alive.
okay.
They just don't use managers anymore.
Yeah.
Well, AEW does to an extent.
Not to a certain extent.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, they
who are
got,
they using? They're using the Horsemen. They're using Jake. Like they're using the old cats to be managers.
Yeah. You
But
know,
God bless them. They're using the Horsemen and Jake. They're using some badass minds in
Yeah.
the right positions.
Yeah.
Smart,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, Flair might be showing up soon.
We might see Arn take a bump, maybe.
Okay, because I know she was still recovering from something. I forgot about that stalker incident.
I didn't know about the stalker incident.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
yeah.
Yeah,
That dude, he,
she
like,
got
tried to break
Yeah,
her
it was
out.
her. It was her,
Yeah.
and Mandy Rose, and all of them
Yeah.
in an apartment, and then she had a stalker looking in on her and stuff like that. But she knows she don't like males; she like females, and the male stalker wanted to hook up with her and stuff like that. But she's more into a female than if she is a male. So
See, back in the days, like Sensational Sherry and Ivory would have gone outside and beat a stalker. They trade just stupid. And nowadays they cry and they got to take time off. And Jesus tits, man.
it reminds me of the military, because the military back in the day when I joined it back in 1992 was badass stuff. But now I'm hearing people going to boot camp. They got these little markers they pull out. Hey, you arguing to me too hard. You know, I used to get it. I had a 4 foot. I'm never forget it. My company commander was a 4'11" DC female, and she was a badass female. She'd get up on the picnic table, pull you by the ear. I don't care how big you were, and just sit there and fuss and cuss at you all day long if you did something wrong. But now you got these guys now who can pull a thing out, time out, stuff like this. Everything's getting soft now.
Sounds like my kind of woman, man.
Oh, she'll take you to the next level.
Fucking A.
Well, I mean, but you're assuming he might take her ass to the next level.
I don't know. This woman when she met my mom. Oh, my mom was blown away with her. She's like, yeah, because my mom always told me you need a tough female to, whoop him in shape. That was she always told me about me.
Facts.
Well, I don't know if he's going to take her or she's going to take him, but however it works out, I'm watching.
Rob's the watcher.
Man.
It's another topic.
Anyway,
God damn, that's disturbing, man.
That's very disturbing.
Oh my goodness.
The old glasses do.
Oh my goodness.
You making fun of my glasses, motherfucker, and see what comes.
I think hey, man, it's creeping me out, man.
Yeah, you ain't seen creeped out yet, dude. Wait till the 12th in Tampa, dude.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna bust out the chloroform.
He said chloroform.
Have a couple of drinks. We're gonna have a good time.
Oh my god.
Good time.
The chance I might get raped by Rob, but okay.
Yeah, no chance at all.
Oh man.
Wow.
Woo.
Times.
Fucking
This show.
Yeah,
has
I mean,
gone off the
like
rails.
wrestling now is like back when I grew up was like all that Road Warriors, Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA. I felt bad for Magnum TA and the injury he had.
Magnum,
car wreck and stuff like
I
that.
don't care what people said. Magnum's gonna be the world champ.
Yeah,
He was gonna be the world champ.
looking at
Magnum can fondle my ball sack. Well, I asked him to come
Before
on shoot, and he says, "Yeah, $600. Are you out of your fucking mind,
Bro, they ain't no different. When I asked Larry Zbyszko to come on the show, he said 500.
I kill Larry. Now that I buy, and that I bet people pay. But who's going to pay $600 for Magnum TA? Almost somebody 800 years ago.
800 years ago.
I think that's
Oh my goodness.
regardless, man.
And let me just since I'm on the record here of the whole he can father my balls. You know who else can father my balls? Is you, Paul Roma. You. I know you hear me. You can't dodge every podcast I do. And every time I call you out and you don't respond to me on the Off the Hook Network shows me that you truly are not the Horseman.
I think Paul can take you, Rob. I'm sorry.
Paul ain't taking shit. Only shit taking is in the toilet. Paul Roma, you ain't man enough to handle my jock, much less match up with me, boy. Mark it down in your calendar. Hercules ain't around to help you no more, brother.
Facts. That's a good one. Yeah.
Jim Powers is still around.
Dude, don't get me started on Jim Powers because he's just a punk. At least I respect Roma.
You sounded like Sheik and Brian Blair.
You shut up, brownie bastard! Fuck your ass and make you a humble. We've had fun with Sheik, boy. Woo, Sheiky. He's cool.
Sheiky baby.
Sheiky baby. Psycho. I love him.
All right, yeah. Anyway, going on to this next topic here. Jim Ross opening up. Oops. I mean, I can't pronounce that. Sorry.
It's Virginia. I can't even. It's far, man.
Kirk Grady Farm.
Yeah.
Kirk Grady.
What?
Yeah, Jim Ross opened up a farm.
Yeah.
Is marijuana
fuck yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
Farm.
Jim. Contribute to the cause, dude. Legalize it. Just recreational. It's just everybody's abusing the medical system anyway. Just push it through.
You ain't lying about that.
I would love to
good
go to
point.
the liquor store and get a pack of Marlboro Greens.
Marlboro Greens.
Man, Marlboro Greens.
Marlboro Greens. We gonna do it.
Little known fact for you. We're gonna veer off of history, but in the 70s, Congress actually approved the legalization of weed. It said as long as you guys sell it with each state's tax stamp on the packaging, like cigarettes, and they're taxed like cigarettes, then yeah, you could push it through. Then they wouldn't approve the creation of the tax stamps. So it all went back to limbo.
Yep. Bruh.
Oh my God.
Man's a national treasure, boy. You better watch your mouth. You're treading on thin ice. Damn, say hi to that girl who keeps saying hi to you, Robinson.
Hey.
Come on, Nate, put it back up there. You put it on for like 2 seconds.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Jordan.
And look at she typed it. Hey.
Maybe she's talking.
Look at she typed it. Hey. What's up, Jordan?
Maybe she's talking.
It's definitely me. It's definitely me.
She's done that for a few weeks now. She
been trolling. She been trolling my. He's trolling him.
She commented a few weeks back after the single, and then I posted in the group chat and I said, "Hey, Jordan has a comment for you," and William said, "Yeah, you should go check it out." And Chris goes, "Yeah, that's just my girlfriend messing with me."
Girlfriend messing with me. We could have worked something off that. He didn't say that. We could have worked something off that, Chris. We could have some intrigue going. We could have some intrigue going on the plot. Who is this girl stalking?
Nate just did it.
You can stretch that out.
We could have stretched that thing out.
I was going to. Nate stopped it.
He stopped it. Doggone it.
Never make Nate the promoter and storyline writer, man, because you just blew all this good heat you could have.
Hey, I was repeating the story, not the one telling it.
Shit.
Not the one creating, I should say.
See, we could.
Yeah, we were behind the scenes. Nate's coming out the locker room with the talk.
Yeah, he is. Nate's the dirt sheet.
Oh man, Nate has his own Meltzer.
Oh, don't even talk about that dude. I hate that dude.
Yeah,
that's why I did it.
I hate that dude.
Meltzer?
Oh my gosh, I hate Meltzer. Yes, I hate him.
He's a piece of shit, man. I've met him quite a few times.
I hate him. I figured he would be. I hate that dude, man.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
I've never seen a dude write stories that don't benefit anybody but him.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
What up, Jake? Meltzer.
Hey.
I think what we're all trying to say is you're a fucking Mizark. Why don't you just give it up already? Step back. Nobody cares about the insider anymore. Nobody.
Nope.
But yeah, he's always getting himself over, man. It's all about Dave.
Yeah, always. That's why I
He's
like
like
it, man.
David Arquette of wrestling. I have way more respect for Arquette because at least he got trained.
Right.
Nelson just thinks he's the shit.
Respected him that too, because when he fought that match, he won the world title. He gave him money to old boy's wife, so I got to give him props on that too.
Yeah, Owen Hart's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Yeah.
There's the only 3 guys people have actually legitimately like blubbered over when they died, and that was Owen, and then China, and then Randy.
Oh yeah. Man,
Those were ones that made me cry like a little girl with a skinned knee. It was horrible. It was
I was at work when I heard about Randy, man. I had to go home after I heard that. I mean, bruh.
You know what got me about China was it was right around the time Prince died.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah, I know. Prince scooped Oliver Heat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was sad on both. It's like I'm a big Prince fan, and then like I think it was Prince first, then China. I was like, damn.
No, I think it was China first, wasn't it?
It may have been. I know it was like the date. They were like a day apart.
Prince was like the next day.
Pretty damn close to each other, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point by Jay Ness. Stable's set now. Stable's not like they were back in the day.
Well, nobody really has any charisma anymore but Roman.
Yeah. And I'm getting sick of his gimmick. I'm sick of his gimmick. House of the table. What?
The bloodline part, I am okay with that. But that's the only part of his gimmick that I am actually, okay with.
Man, y'all are a bunch of foolhardy, fickle little wrestling fan bitches. Y'all are hating on Roman today. Next month, you're going to be jocking him again. And then you're going to be hating.
No, sir. That's negative, sir.
Roman go through the ringer since he started. And he's probably one of the top 5 guys there. Roman's great. He's gotten a lot better since he started.
I like Roman. I just don't like
the gimmick. I just don't like the gimmick because I can't connect to that. I've been on this show several times saying I can't connect to the head of the table.
I mean,
I can't.
What table?
Well, if you look at the head of the table gimmick, it's more towards their culture, and basically, I'm not part of the Samoan culture.
Exactly.
It doesn't get me to that thing. Because he wants everybody to be the head of the table, blah blah
right.
blah. But that's how their culture, Samoan culture is, and that's how they're trying to portray. If they had some more Samoan, wrestlers that are not part of the stable already go up against Roman, yes, that would be, I understand that. But it's going up against regular wrestlers who are not Samoan heritage. It's not.
Yeah.
I can't get used to that.
Yeah.
We brought this up in the past. WWE should bring Rikishi back and have him as the head of the table.
I'm sure.
Side note on Rikishi. Did y'all know his son's in NXT now?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, good for him.
I mean, I don't know. Rikishi right now is selling cars in Tampa, I think.
In Tampa Bay, yeah.
Is he selling cars in Tampa?
Either Tampa, somewhere in Florida.
Man, what's it called?
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, find
Back
that
that ass up, Carlot.
Let's give Rikishi a quick
back it up.
It's interesting, what some of these businesses that people get into after they retire from wrestling. Going from car owner, car dealership to movie ticket,
or politician with Kane.
Yeah,
Jay's
coming to the table.
What's up, Jay?
My fellow Suns fan.
Hey, man. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing, Rob, Chris?
What's going on, brother?
Man, I had to jump in for a second, though. I disagree with you guys, man. The head of the table thing, that the whole point of that gimmick is the fact that, he took his conglomerate back together and he's leading them on. That's one of the few stables that even has any literacy, like any legitimacy to it. I mean, it actually has a real storyline, a real backing, and something they can actually go with. It's not meant for everybody to be able to, jump on board with and kind of relate to them. that's not the world that we live in. Everybody's going to relate to everything, but I do believe that that's a big thing in current wrestling that they can really improve on, is these stables and getting more storylines. I do believe Roman Reigns' storyline is kind of watered down a little bit now.
Honestly,
not the head of the table part, but just the other the alpha gimmick.
Right.
Honestly, I think that the two best storylines right now in WWE is the Roman Reigns stuff and RK Bro.
RK Bro's all right.
I'm kind of over.
I like RK.
Actually, I was never a fan of it. I really just I never vibe with Riddle.
I just like the creativity.
Riddle's just there to me. He's just there. He's not anybody that's over the top. He's just there.
I don't know, man. You gotta remember there's a younger generation and a younger crowd now, and the things that they like, the things that they're tied to. Like, you look at, we didn't have these type of distractions like TikTok and all these other things and these fads. And I think RK Bro is right in that category, in that lane where they can do a little bit of both. They got a little bit of a touch of both sides. You know what I mean?
You guys as fans will like and hate exactly who you're told to. And that's how it is. That's just how it is. That's how it's always been. We write the stories, we make them compelling, you take the fucking wrestler's input, you put together something with enough meat on the bones, the people will buy. And you will buy it because that's why you watch it. You want to be told how the story is going.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, Rob. Whether you hate it or you like it, if you're talking about it, you watched it.
Facts.
Yeah.
You're right.
Good press, bad press, whatever, man.
And I guess
you can put back up Tristan's question.
Riddle is the bootleg version of RVD.
I disagree with that.
Minus the talent.
Let me think about that. Let me think about that for a second. What makes you say that? What makes you say that, Chris?
The stoner gimmick.
Yeah.
No.
Like RVD was the ultimate stoner.
He was.
But RVD had so much more talent around him. He had so much more talent to him naturally that it wasn't a gimmick. He didn't have to be written into a story. RVD was like Rob Van Dam was himself. He didn't have to be written into a story. He carried a story with him.
And I'll always give RVD his props in one sense of the word. He beat Cena. He got to that point, beat Cena, and one of the very few who did that. So I gotta give RVD credit on that.
And he still owes me $20, you cheap son of a bitch.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Wow.
So Rob, for the ASAP people that don't know anything about it, can you tell us a little bit about Unky Jokey?
Oh, Uncle Joker? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Look, man, we got this. All right, look, here's pretty much how this thing popped off. We got this dude who comes on a show we have over on Off the Hook called The Sanitarium. And one day I said to him, hey, you look like Batman's gay brother. Because, he had the helmet with the horns on it, but he had these like weird red stripes and shit. Just total flame bag. So that was the gimmick forever, was gay Batman, because he never contested it. So we just assumed we were right. And, wherever, I guess, gay Batman goes, you got to watch out for gay Joker. And that dude is no goddamn joke. He is legit terrifying. If you haven't seen his videos over on Off the Hook, you should check him out. He's a pretty terrifying cat. And he's actually abducted people off our own crew and, done horrible things which nobody will admit to what happened to them. So, it's fucking bad, right?
I don't want to think about it, man.
But then the psychopath, dude, he's threatened us, dude. He said he's going to see us in Tampa. He likes the beach. Like, what the hell's going on here? Wrangler Dave.
Oh, man, if you guys haven't seen it, man.
Yeah.
You got to catch it. You got to catch it.
Yeah. That's some pretty wild, hardcore shit. I mean, you got gay Batman who's, in my opinion, he's very one-dimensional. I'm gonna get you, Joker. I'm I'm gonna get you, Joker. Yeah, I'm coming to get you, Joker. Well, yeah, he ain't going to get him yet. And this terrifying son of a bitch is still running around out there, threatening to come fuck with us in Tampa. And I'm at the point where I go, I wish you would, dude. I wish you would.
Yeah, watch a chloroform. Yeah.
Well, no,
Right.
He
gonna put him to sleep, Chris.
No,
you gonna have to save him, Chris.
We're together all the time. We'll be like fucking Laverne and Shirley. Just skipping down the street. We're gonna do it.
Fucking brewery and shit.
Oh, good God. But yeah, that's what's happening with the saga of gay Uncle Jokey. Guy's a terrifying motherfucker. I don't ever want to see him in person.
Yo, yeah, those skits are hilarious, man. The first one I seen, I'm like, what is this? And then you were giving Jokey was basically telling him how he was gonna have Batman in the backyard and how many different ways he was gonna tie him up.
He's got all the boys there, Gay Riddler and Penguin and the transsexual Bane, who he says is a really ugly woman.
You gotta see the skits, man. It's hilarious.
That's driving me crazy. It's basically becoming a gay rave where we're off the hook sometimes.
Oh man.
Yes, I meant to tell you that earlier,
yeah,
Ray. Congrats, man. I meant to tell you that earlier. I forgot you were a Braves fan. My fault, man. Congrats, dog. Congrats, dog.
Yep. Stayed up all night watching that thing.
Man.
Well,
let me ask you guys
comments up and down really fast. You're like, it's like speed by messages. Hey, good job.
Speed posting.
It's like the dissolve feature.
On it.
Speed posting.
We're trying to see if he can read fast.
Right?
Like
well, me and Chris, you got to remember, we're wrestlers. We can't hardly read, so give us a break here. We're trying to participate.
Hey, yeah, pull up that. Let me pull up this one. So on this thing, it says they were talking about the Roman Reigns. This is Tristan's question, I think it was. Let me pull it back up here.
Yeah, it was Tristan. This one?
Okay. Put it up there, Nate.
Oh.
Okay. He's been pushed
But he's talking about he says Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Roman Reigns is being pushed so hard like John Cena. Makes you think, what are they going to do when Roman light burns out?
But you know what, though? Look, I don't like that. I don't like the head of the table gimmick. But in terms of him himself, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I mean, go back and look at him. He's better in the ring than what he was. He's got Paul Heyman as his manager. As long as you got Heyman as your manager and you're still able to bring the other factors into it, I don't think he's going to go anywhere. I really don't think he's going to go anywhere.
Did you say that Paul Heyman's the one who's creating Roman's storylines?
Yep.
As long as he keeps Heyman and he keeps doing his thing up, better mic work, looking better in the ring, Roman ain't going nowhere. Like I said, I don't like the head of the table gimmick, but I don't think Roman himself, I don't think he's going anywhere.
He could take a career-ending injury tonight.
Yeah.
He'll be doing other stuff to help that company get over. He get hurt. God forbid, knock on wood. He hurt himself. He hurts his knee. He out. That don't mean he can't promote WWE. He'll promote WWE and still make money.
But it's going to change. But it's going to. No, but it's not about him making money. It's about the actual. He's talking about the program itself. But I don't know. I think the WWE is dropping stuff like Aleister Black. I think letting go of him was really big. I don't think that was a good idea.
I hated that.
That was a mistake. That was a huge mistake.
They didn't bring him back.
Mistake.
Okay, so
no, he's in
AEW. With that.
He's in AEW now.
As Malachi Black.
That we were saying Cody
Aleister Black did a roundhouse kick to Big E, and then the next day, after they do a roundhouse kick, he's gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
And they kept his wife. His wife is Sonya Vega.
That was stupid.
Let's be
that was
honest,
stupid too.
Look at Aleister Black. Vince was not gonna do anything with him. Like the tattoos, he doesn't have a six pack. He's probably my height. Vince wasn't gonna promote, push Aleister Black like he should.
And that's the
I
thing.
think
with me.
AEW. I think AEW has the way more creative background. They're letting, and you can tell they're letting their wrestlers have more creativity with what they're doing as well.
Most definitely.
I don't know. WWE is way more commercialized. Oh, question for you guys, Rob, Chris, what do you guys think about this whole Vince selling it?
Dementia.
Is it
Well, that's a good question. I wanted to ask Ray this. We talked about it once before. Are you still hearing that none of his family members want the company?
No, what it is, Vince don't want to sell it to his family members.
Okay.
His family members are going through shell companies to buy, like Fox is going with Stephanie and Triple H. Disney is going with Shane McMahon. They're trying to get them to buy it from Vince so they'll turn around and get it. And then they were going to hand it over to the McMahons.
Get passed over to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But his father, Vince don't want it like his father left it to him. He didn't want to leave to his kids because he wants his legacy to be around a little bit longer after he dies. And if Stephanie and Shane takes it over and becomes more intrigued and turn it a little bit more, that turns his legacy even more. So,
no,
Vince is never going to.
His legacy took half. His legacy took half the life of Stephanie's and Shane's. So
so if Triple H and Stephanie split up, do you think Triple H is going to get it?
Absolutely not.
And I think
Triple H
that's
got a prenup. Stephanie and Triple H signed a prenup.
And I
So
think
anything that goes in her name, he doesn't get. Anything that gets in his name, she doesn't get.
and that's a bunch of bulk anyway. I don't think they're gonna get divorced. But if they do, Stephanie, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you, Stephanie. I'm on the way.
I'll see you there, buddy.
Hey, Rob, we'll get that at the same time.
That's right.
My visitors over there that day, man.
Who gets to be riding the old Triple H pawn? Because I heard that dude telling like a horse, so you know she gapes like that.
Wow.
Woo, boy.
So like
right,
Windy Canal, huh? I'll throw you guys a life vest. No, but I just think it's wrong of him, man. Vince has always had that.
and I think, and you knew, and the one thing that always a telltale sign that Vince had issues to me, when you wouldn't really truly do anything with Cesaro, that told me right there that man's got issues. It told me right then he had issues. Everybody is telling him, do something with this man. And what does Vince do? He goes on Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast. He needs to grab the brass ring. No, the man has done everything he's supposed to do.
It's more of Vince needs to let him get the brass ring.
But see, Vince don't let this wrestler give any inputs either. It's all Vince's call. Vince will let you talk to him, and then it's going to be all his. He's going to write anything he wants to. And then when you got these soap opera writers come in from God and Light and All My Children and everything else and turn Raw into like a misguided missile, you know, that's already spun off the rails. And then they're trying to get it back by putting all these wrestlers on Raw, you know, and they let SmackDown get bigger than Raw.
Yep.
A couple of YouTube comments going at it back and forth. Damien says AEW is ripping off storylines off of WCW and ECW, like the Orange Belt draft they did.
But fellas, didn't everybody steal everybody's storylines, or doesn't everybody steal everybody's storylines at some point?
There's only so many. It's like
only so much you can do.
It's like writing a movie. There's only so fucking many ideas you can do before you got to start taking from this and that.
Yeah, remakes. And
I mean, you got to try to put your spin on it when you can, but
right.
Yeah. But
Like,
again,
we still to this day love to use the old Dusty finish because it never falls out of style.
Nope,
not at all.
Yeah, there's just some stuff that's stapled. That's just a part of wrestling. It's just a part of that culture. You know what I mean? That's staple. So There's certain things that are gonna get stolen, like Rob said. There's only so many times you could do something. Like how many times can you have a cage match and make it different? You know what I mean? So 6-man tag. There's only so many gimmicks you could really do.
Right.
Okay.
Once
You know,
upon a
speaking
time,
of that,
you didn't have to make it different, though. Once
I
upon
said
a
this-
time, a cage match fucking meant something, man.
Agreed.
You worked
Right.
a feud. You
Agreed.
worked uphill to get to that. Cage.
Agreed. You had that bill.
Like, hey, Monday Night Raw, we got 4 cage matches. Yay!
You had
Yeah.
that back in the day. Back in the day, you had that bill. Now they just drop them at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, like look at Hell in a Cell. That used to
Yeah.
be, if Hell in a Cell came, that feud is about to end. It's gonna be a brutal ass match.
You know
Somebody's gonna bleed. Now
Chamber match was
it's October.
Chambers
Let's have a Hell
match
in a
too.
Cell match.
But Chamber too.
But
Hell in a Cell
but I
should
think a
have
lot
been
of that
October,
too.
not earlier in the year. But anyway,
But I think a lot of that too has to amount to the fact that, like for instance, on Vince's side, he's so damn temperamental and emotional. He'll have a storyline, and in the middle of it, add it somebody and change everything.
Yes.
Or
You
cancel,
know, so-
Or he'll cut it.
or cancel it altogether. Example: Hurt Business.
And then bring it back.
Yeah,
Hey,
And then, hey, I made a mistake by cutting it. I made a mistake cutting it 6 months later. I'll bring it back. Yeah.
son of a
no,
bitch.
he-
You killed my gimmick, goddammit. That was fun for a minute, but then Nate the Great comes along and ruined our fun.
WWE needs to get rid of these tag team, triple threat matches. I don't mind. Tag team matches, again, they're awesome. Tag team triple threat matches, really?
Oh yeah. We were just laughing about that the other day. Oh my god. It's like everybody gets a belt. Here, we're gonna have the best shoe tire championship, and then the best blowjob giver title. Everybody gets a belt. Every match is a title match.
Hey, bust donut eating champion or something like that. And
I go for blowjob, he goes to donuts. It's cute. So innocent.
Hey, don't ruffle his feathers down, Rob. No, but I agree.
Hey, they defended the Waffle House Championship
No,
this Friday. I'm just telling you.
Oh my god.
You'll see stuff like that. And man, come on, man. Really.
Waffle House
The
champion.
Waffle House
I don't know,
Championship.
Chris. I think we could take that belt, dude.
Hey, believe it or not, it's a real belt. It's a real belt. Google it, my friend.
Yeah, we get out
What
there.
does it look
man.
like? Does it look like the front of Waffle House?
It does. It does. Look it up real quick. Look it up.
Old square lettering belt. Waffle House.
The original?
yes.
Yeah.
I agree with
It
it.
look like one of those things you hate, little magnets that you put on the refrigerator.
Oh man, it's so
It's got a Waffle House and it's got a picture of a waffle and it says "World."
Hey,
on
it's
it.
a real,
Are you
it's a real
serious?
belt.
Is
It's
it
a real
serious?
belt.
Like,
I'm looking
It's a
right
real
at
belt.
it.
It's a real belt.
Share your screen. Share your
It's a real
screen.
belt. There was a
Hold on, let me
there was a
flip it.
wrestler. There was a female
Yeah.
wrestler.
The
There
world
was
is
a
awful, apparently.
There was a female wrestler down in
Hold on.
Texas. She wrestled for Anarchy Championship Wrestling. Rob, Chris, you might have heard of her, Rachel Summerlin. And one of the things she had local was a little partnership with Waffle House. Well, apparently they decided to give her that.
There you go. There you go, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do got the old letters. Nice.
Mhm.
That's cool.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
As she
I've
walks
seen
out,
TV. Oh, my
Rachel
God. I see
Summerlin,
it all.
Rachel Summerlin wore that title for a long time, and you can buy one for I think they're like $350 now. They should be a lot higher than that.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
I don't like
That's
the Waffle
hilarious,
House
guys.
much.
It looks better than a lot of belts on WWE now.
It does. Particularly in tag team title.
Big ass penny.
It's
Sausage
Big old
and waffle
penny,
sounds
man.
good right now.
Heck yeah. I done got myself
At
hungry
least
again.
WWE does not do triple threat tag team titles. I mean, there's some matches, but there's no triple threat tag team titles.
Don't they have 6-man tag team belts over there?
they used
Not
to.
a
They got
company
rid
used
of
to.
them.
They got
Yeah,
rid of
AEW.
them.
AEW's thinking about bringing them in.
Man, y'all remember Dusty used to hold those belts with the Road Warriors?
Yeah.
Man, that was classic.
Until the Road Warriors turned on him.
Yeah.
Put that spike in his eye.
Yeah.
A 6-man tag team championship belt is a stupid goddamn idea. It just is.
For real.
The only reason you probably saw it because they had so many wrestlers at the time. They wanted to make sure most of them got represented on the roster, I guess. I don't know. But
you could do that for like a night when like Legion of Doom and Dusty gets against like Demolition and Crush. Like you could do a 6-man tag team match matters once.
Right.
It's just like, look at these Fruit Loops who are smashing anybody who takes the booking.
That could have been could have been your Crockett Cup back then.
Denny's needs a Denny's championship. That's funny.
The Denny's hardcore champion.
You know what?
That is hilarious.
I might buy that belt. If I buy that belt, I'll wear it on air.
The only way to win the Denny's championship is to put them to a table with waffles on it.
I should make it a green screen photo.
That's funny though. But they did come up. John Cena started that ugly belt stuff.
He did. He did.
Man. Yeah,
He did. He
Yeah,
did.
with the
US title.
spinner. With his world title spinner.
Yeah.
John didn't do shit
Yeah,
except what he was told. Here, John, wear this tonight. Oh God. Okay.
Well, yeah. In retrospect, yes. But I'm saying
true.
he flaunted it.
That's true.
Belt.
I like that. I like
He was out there spinning his hubcaps.
All right, so we're obviously
Smoking
spitting. Are
skulls.
we gonna get a Burger King championship too? I think we're over the food belts.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna buy. I'm
Threat waffle match.
gonna buy that Waffle House belt. I'm
Oh
gonna buy
my
it.
goodness.
I'm gonna buy it and wear it on L. I'm gonna buy it and wear it on L.
Just don't show up with it. Keep it in the closet.
Yeah.
Dang, I should make that a banner and post it on the.
I'm gonna buy it.
ASAP
My Waffle House bet. My Waffle House belt against Freddie for one of his mics. There you go.
Oh, one of his teams. I mean, Freddie's got 2 teams. I mean, he's a Green Bay Giant fan. You know, his Giants is losing bad. He goes to Green Bay, be a fan there. You know. So.
Yeah, but I've always liked that Waffle House belt. Always liked it.
Hooters sell and sell.
I didn't even know this shit.
Who is this? No. But yeah, I mean, you know, way wrestling business going now and stuff like that. I think the indie scenes is better than what WWE's putting out.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think any company out there.
Well, hey guys, sorry to
doing-
be party crashers, but that is our cue, man. We gotta talk to somebody else real quick.
Okay.
All right, man.
All right, man. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure, man.
Pleasure.
All right.
Thank you, fellas. Thank you, fellas.
Y'all
take care.
Chris,
Appreciate
William, Rob, and Ray, and myself signing out. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys soon.
Check out Wrestle Shoot every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time on the Off the Hook Network.
All right.
Right on.
Right on.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
All right.